And Delhi schools are all set to reopen. Let's get you the details in terms of what is allowed, what is not allowed, who is not allowed, what is the occupancy in the classrooms allowed to be like. Delhi Disaster Management Authority has issued guidelines for the reopening of schools in the national capital. Classes from 9 to 12 are all set to open from 1st of September. Fresh guidelines are out to keep children safe. According to the guidelines, only 50% of students are allowed for the classroom lessons. All teachers and non-teaching staff have to be vaccinated. Students are going to be barred from sharing items like lunch, books, copies, stationery. Students and teachers living in COVID containment zones will not be allowed to come to schools or colleges for that matter. Amit Bhardwaj is now joining us live for the very latest. Amit, if you could just tell our viewers about the do's and don'ts as Delhi government has given a go-ahead and the Delhi Disaster Management has given a go-ahead for the schools to reopen from 1st of September, and also walk our viewers through the eligibility of these students who can attend the classes physically.
Chate, as you rightly pointed out, the major guidelines which has been issued by the Delhi Disaster Management Authority, and that the bottom line is that only 50% of the students will be allowed to attend the classes, and the classes, offline classes, would begin only for the students studying from class 9 to 12. This means that, as Deputy Chief Minister and Education Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, had earlier said, that the offline classes from September 1st would shift to a blended method of teaching, which means that the offline classes will continue, where only 50% of the students will be allowed to attend classes in the school, and the rest of the 50% of students will have to attend the classes through online method. Now, the basic line for attending the classroom, the offline classes, is that the parents must give their consent for attending the offline classes. And one more important thing that has been clearly mentioned in the SOP is that all these schools will have to now create quarantine facility within their schools. And if any staff, including the teachers and the students, show symptoms of COVID-19, in that case, they will have to be immediately shifted to the quarantine facility within the school. And obviously, after that, they will not be allowed to attend the classes any further. So that is the bottom line that we can see as of now. Yes, there's one more important thing, one more important input from here is that, based on the readings of what happens in the next few days, the Delhi government and its education department might plan to start classes below class 8, which means, the classes for class 6, 7th and 8th could start only if there are positive signals and positive feedbacks.
Going to be a wait and watch as far as those particular classes is concerned. Amit, thanks so much for joining us with the very latest details. Let's get our viewers the SOPs now, the standard operating procedure as far as the schools are concerned. If your child is going to be physically attending the classes, these are the must-dos. These are the SOPs that have been put in place. Number one, 50% students allowed in classroom, not more than 50%. There's going to be no sharing of pens and books among students. No students, teachers can come in from containment zone, that is COVID containment zone. And the vaccine is mandatory for all the staff, which is the school staff. Number 5, you have staggered class timings and staggered lunch breaks. Let's get you point number 6. Social distancing and mask is mandatory for the students who are attending school. Number 7, there are quarantine rooms in schools as well. And number 8, the consent of the parent is a must for the child to attend the school.